morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, our voice of radio. So today we need to take a nice little look at a new tournament that is coming out in Japan. And if I may be so bold as to say, this is one we should definitely be getting very, very excited for. Now, annoyingly, we don't know what the prizes are for this tournament. The good news is, I can tell you with a very high degree of certainty, they are going to be amazing, you are going to want them, and your chance of getting hold of them are, very, very, very low. Because they're going to be expensive, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to be expensive. So what we've basically got is a sealed event which is being held for Incandescent Arcana. That is the new set, which is coming out over in Japan, and it's coming out on September the 9th, if I remember correctly, which is, just over a month from now, just under a month from now. And it's a set we haven't seen a huge amount about. We've had the initial reveal, which is lovely, and we have been told that character rares are coming back, and we've seen Braixen and Gardevoir, both of which are stunning. We know that Radiant Pokemon are back. We've seen Jirachi. And we've been shown one V-Star, but it is Alolan Vulpix V-Star, which I still find extremely weird. As a side note, I suppose I should also mention we've been shown Reshiram V that looks fine. But what's really interesting to me is this tournament they've got, which think of it like a pre-release. It's not a pre-release, but it is a sealed tournament. You get given a set number of packs of the set, usually 10, and you are then tasked with making the very best deck you can from the cards that you've got. And then you play a sealed pre-release style tournament. Although with the set already out, the shops have to try pretty hard here to make sure nobody's being really cheeky, because that would be awkward. Now, this tournament is starting on September the 30th, which I swear is like the busiest day in the history of the world. Like, every card game I cover on this channel, on my other channel, Wassy Plays, check it out. Like, there's stuff going on September the 30th for everything. It's getting ridiculous. But what we've actually got is a sealed tournament. Now, and a lovely Primal Lugia has pointed this out. Do notice how Judge and Switch were confirmed to be in this set. And there are actually, they've said, a bunch of trainer cards are going to be reprinted in this set. But they're not having the regulation mark updated. So Switch is being printed with an F, and Judge is being reprinted with an E, which is really interesting. Although, to be fair, F is the current regulation mark. So at least Judge isn't being updated. And they've said that there are going to be more. And this is probably why. Because if you're planning to do a tournament with proper prizes, etc., that is basically a sealed event, well, you need to make sure that the set itself is suitable for sealed play, and then this is one way to do that. Here's the thing, though. We've seen these tournaments before, and when I tell you, I can say with a very high degree of certainty that this is something that's going to be really cool, it's because we can look at this. We can look at what they've done in the past with these tournaments and say, yeah, it's going to be awesome, because you know what? We've seen these. We've seen these tournaments before, and they've all been awesome. One of the most, I don't know what you would call it, one of the most, the weirdest ones, let's say that, was the one that gave away Masked Royal. And basically, you entered into the tournament, and there were 100 of them, and the winner of the tournament would get a Masked Royal, but it was only the winner of the tournament. Now, there are only 100 of these that were ever given out, and it is interesting to note, the Masked Royal, it's been years now, and that was a Sun and Moon era card. We're not getting the full art Masked Royal. Masked Royal came out in English, the full art never did. I suppose we need to give a shout out to Braish Gaming, who owns a PSA 10 of this card, which is one of the rarest Pokemon cards in existence, because there's only 100 of them in total. Now imagine how many of them are PSA 10s, not that many. But when we had Remix Bout Sun and Moon 11A, there was another one of these where the winner would get Mewtwo GX. Now, I believe 300 of these are actually given away, so it was nominally slightly less rare. But let's be 100% clear on this. That is still, like, ridiculously rare. Like, 300 copies of a Pokemon card in existence is absolutely ridiculous. You know, if you take your average card that you consider to be really rare, there are tens of thousands of that card. Ones you can pull from packs, there's tens of thousands of them. Something like this Mewtwo, nah. This Rainbow Rare Mewtwo, there's only 300. The lovely Antoine Boulet actually has one, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there was also a full art Mewtwo that was given away to the top 4. And to be fair, there's still 1,200. That's still very, 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 very rare. So yeah, that one was kind of cool. That was given out for Remix Bout. But they've done this as well. So there was a Zekrom GX that also never made its way over here. It was a Rainbow Rare. And it was a very similar kind of thing. Which is to say, it was at a pre-release. And it was very, very, very limited. Well, not a pre-release. When I say pre-release, I'm referring to sealed tournaments. And it was extremely hard to get. And there weren't many of them given out. And now at this stage, it has become just... It's not a mythical card in terms of rarity, but it's not a million miles away. One of the ones you may actually remember a little bit more were the Charizard V, which were given away at a tournament like this. Now, this was very, very awkward because it happened in... Well, it happened around about the pandemic time and it all got a little bit awkward, but it was a very similar kind of thing. So we had the Charizard V Max, the Rainbow Rare version of it, which was only given out to people who actually won these limited tournaments. And then you had the full art, which I believe was given out to the top 4. And then there was an interest. Now, there was actually, I think, 600 of the Charizard V Max and 2,400 of the Charizard V. Now, there were extra given out in the end because it just got awkward with the pandemic. And then there was a mail away campaign to try and get some more. It was kind of interesting. But what all of these tournaments have in common is amazing prize cards, which end up being worth a ridiculous amount of money. We've had, I think it's the order of, we had Zekrom, then we had Masked Royal, then we had Mewtwo, then we had Charizard, and these are 4 of the rarest cards you will find over in Japan. They are just absolutely redonkulously rare. And there's going to be another one. And look, I would love to turn around right now and tell you what it is. That would make me very happy. I can't. And the thing is, I can't even really tell you much about it. And I'm really sorry about that. I mean, so Charizard, for instance, that was Legendary Heartbeat, Sword and Shield 3A. That was, you know, that was a set they did the limited tournament in. But the problem is that had no real relation to Charizard. And I told you it was Remix Bout that gave away the Mewtwo, but the Mewtwo and Charizard, there wasn't a card from that set. So it's not even like I can sit here and go, well, it's going to be a card from that set. I can tell you that. No, I can't, ladies and gentlemen. I am afraid I can't. What I can tell you is this is kicking off on the 30th of September. So, honestly, we should imagine it's going to be somewhere in the region of, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say probably Friday the 9th of September, because it's been announced about 3 weeks in advance in the past. So probably 9th of September is about when we should learn about this. Could be earlier, of course, but that would be my prediction at the moment. For now, it's something to look out for. It's something to get a little bit excited about. Because these are really cool tournaments, giving away really cool cards. The kind of ones where, if you don't go and get these at the time, they are just going to end up being redonkulously expensive. And if anybody out there's going, well, hang on a second, Walsey, I'm not in Japan. I'm probably not going to be able to enter these. Yeah. Me neither, ladies and gentlemen. Me neither. And you know what? That's the way it is. I'd love to enter this. And believe me, if there's any way I can find my way over to Japan to enter this, you better believe I'm going to. It's just not terribly likely. For now, I want to know if you've got any predictions as to what you might think this prize card might be. I want to know anything you want to tell me about, anything along these lines. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of other things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord where we chat Pokemon, and get shoutouts like the lovely Clam, or Matt DS1993, who is a very wonderful person, one of our supporters. Thank you very much for supporting and being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.